Hi, hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, let's see how to configure chart of accounts in Odoo 40. So, chart of accounts is a list of all accounts used to record financial transactions in the general ledger of an organization. So, first you have to install fiscal localization package that can be done from by going to Odoo App Store, and there you can search for your country name or you can select the country at the time of database creation. So that will automatically install fiscal localization package. And this package includes a standard chart of accounts already configured according to the country's regulations. So you can use it directly or set it according to your company's needs. Okay, so when the localization package is set, you can go to accounting module. There you can see under configuration chart of accounts. So here you can see all the active accounts, and here you can see these accounts are pre-configured, and it depends upon the localization package that you have installed. Okay, so you can see few details like code, account name, then account type, and you can filter these accounts by number. In the left side you can see here option to filter this by code. So starting with 20, you can see all the accounts, and you can also see other options to filter this accounts by here we can view all the receivable accounts, then you can view all assets, then if you want to view all expenses, you can see these are all the expense accounts. So you can view a lot of filters, and we can also group these accounts by account type. So here when I group by account type, you can view all the account types. You can see income account, bank and cash, receivable, and you can unfold this and view all the accounts under the account type. Okay. Now let's see how we can create a new chart of account. So for that, just click on create button, and okay, here you can provide the code. Okay, and provide the account name. Okay, I'm giving account name as travel expense, and this account name, this account is an expense account. So here you can see the account type. So when you just click on when you click on the drop down menu, you can see all the accounts. So these accounts are usually listed in the order of appearance in the financial reports. Okay, I have set the type as expenses. And you can see the other types like we have assets, liabilities, equity, then income accounts, expenses, and other account types, including off balance sheet. Okay, so you can select one. And if you want to allow reconciliation, you can just enable it from here. So for some accounts, such as accounts made to record transactions of a payment method, can be used for the reconciliation of journal entries. For example, an invoice paid with credit card can be marked as paid if it is reconciled with the payment. So the account used to record these credit card payments need to be configured as allowing reconciliation. So you can check this allow reconciliation. Okay, after that, you can save this. Okay, so it is created. And for further configuration, you have to click on the setup. So when you click on setup, you can see a form view of this account. Here we can see all the details, including code, account name. Okay, so you can see this field allow reconciliation. Now, along with this, you can see a field depreciated. So It is not possible to delete an account once a transaction has been recorded on it. And you can make them unusable by using the depreciated feature. So just enable this feature from this option from here. And below you can see the account options for this account. That is, we can set a default tax for the account. So select the default tax that will be applied when this account is chosen for a product sale or purchase. Then we can add tax for our account. That is, for some accounting reports require tax to be set on some accounts. So by default, you can choose among the existing tax that are used by the cash flow statement. So here you can see some of them. You can choose from that. Okay. Then here we can set the allowed journals that is used to define in which journals this account can be used. So when you leave it empty, then in all journals, this account can be used. Okay. Then some account types display a new field to automate the creation of asset entries, deferred expense entries, and deferred revenue entries. So here we have assets. If you choose current asset, you can see here a separate section, deferred expense options. So for this, you have three choices for the automation. One is no. So this one is default. That is, nothing happens. It doesn't automate deferred expense. Then the second option, creating draft. Uh, it creates a draft entry, but it will not be validated. That is whenever a transaction is posted on the account. And you must first fill out the corresponding form. So here you can set a deferred expense model if you want, but it is not mandatory because we are creating a draft one. Okay. Then comes the third one, that is create and validate. That is, you must select a model because validation is done. So whenever transaction is posted on the account, an entry is created and immediately validated. So here you have to select the deferred expense model for creation and validation. Okay. So okay, let me disable this depreciated. Now save the account, and you can also see an option that is okay. Here I have my debtors account. Okay, here you can see an extra tab that is journal items. So when you click on this journal items, you can view all the journal items corresponding to this account. Here we can view the entry, then the debit, credit, and when you click on this, you can see all the details related to that journal item. Okay. So after creating and configuring account, you can set these accounts on your products. So here, when you open products, now here you can edit the product. So if you go to external link of this, the product category, you can see an option to set the default income account and expense account for this category. So you can see default is set. So this income and expense account will be the default account for this product cable management box, and it's also possible to change them. So now when you come under accounting, you can see option to change the income and expense account. Okay, so here I can choose a default expense account as travel expense that I have just created. I can save this, and okay. Now I can create a vendor bill. Okay, here I'm adding the product cable management box. Okay, so you can see automatically the expense account is updated. So here you can see travel expense, which I have set as a default expense account for this product cable management box. And it's also possible to edit it from here. You can choose from existing accounts. Okay, now I can confirm the bill and make the payment. So here you can see the journal items corresponding to this bill. Here we can see the travel expense account and the total amount debited. You can see here. Okay, now when you check the account travel expense, here you can see the journal items corresponding to that travel expense account. Here we can view the entry details. So that's how we can configure chart of accounts and then set for your product and use in sales or purchase. So that's all this video and thanks for watching.